Welcome to One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I'm your host, Dr. P, Dr. Wayne Pernell, the Exponential Success Coach. I have something I want to share with you today, and it's a short one. It's called "Sick of Being Grateful," and and I am bringing it up because this week, at least in the US, is Thanksgiving. And it's so interesting because we are I'm certain that this month you've heard all the blogs and the podcasts and everything else about it's time to show a little gratitude. And it's like, do you ever get sick of just hearing that? You must, Now, the reason I wanted to do this podcast specifically, I'm not against gratitude. In fact, I'm all for it. I actually start my day with the two words. I've shared this with you. I used to start my day with like it was not a good day for me. That was years ago, and then life changed. I start my day with thank you. And I just do thank you. I am grateful to have this day to do something where I might be of service to somebody else. I am lifting other people. I am inspiring other people. I'm giving a little insight here or a little insight there. And I'm learning along the way too. Hey, how amazing is that? I get to grow. I get to help other people grow. This is incredible. What a good life, right? So that is the start of my morning. And I do it deliberately and I do it with consciousness. It's not, thanks, whatever, I said I would do this every day. Thank you. I am annoyingly perky because I wake up happy. And I live my life in that space, right? It's gratitude. And yet this month it can feel like you're being inundated with that message. This is the month to give thanks. And maybe it is starting to feel like it's a demand. You are being commanded, or it is a demand that you be thankful. And I know in Canada it happened to last month and a few weeks ago. And it's Thanksgiving is different times for different people around the world. In the US this week, we gather around a table and traditionally gorge ourselves on food and celebrate something that we've all been taught that isn't even historically accurate. And it's like none of that ever happened. What we saw in the paintings that were in our books, and so it's really it borders on opening the door for cynicism, because we're celebrating something and we think we're celebrating something else. And if you think about what gratitude is, it will bring you back to, we don't need a day for it. It's great that we have a day for it. It's great that we choose a day that we say, cool, let's gather as family. And yet for some people, that's like a demand also. They get together with family they haven't seen and don't even like. It's okay, why? And on the other hand, it's we get together with people we choose to get together with. So it's not that I'm opposed to Thanksgiving. We pick a day to give thanks, and we need to be giving thanks all the time. I think that it's not about a day. It's not about a particular time of year. And it's good that we have that time of year. It's good that we've chosen that day. It's good that we can commemorate Thanksgiving. Um, even though it's not historically accurate, it's good that we gather. And it needs to be our choice with whom we gather. Sometimes it feels like a forced demand to get together with people that pretend to like us and that we pretend to like. And it's like, well, what about inviting people that we do like? What about expanding that a little bit? That we give thanks that we actually can invite them. That's great. And what about you claiming your life just that bit more, where you're saying, I'm choosing to build in certain tolerances. That's part of Thanksgiving. I'm also choosing no longer to tolerate. I'm no longer available for certain things in my life. And that's part of you thanking yourself in order to grow more greatly, in order to serve more greatly. And that's part of Thanksgiving too. That you give thanks, that you become grateful for yourself. And you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to have, like, I am giving you permission to grow yourself and not be stifled and not tolerate anybody else telling you who you're supposed to be anymore. And so I am personally, I am not sick of being grateful. As I said, I wake up perky. I wake up going, thank you. Like, oh, look at this day. And I choose with whom to spend my time. And I think that's really important that you reclaim that for yourself.
You know you are bigger than the life you are leading. It really is time to attend to that thing you've wanted to do or have, but you've been putting off. It's time to step into that dream you've parked for someday. It's time to claim true well-being, both personally and professionally, without giving up the success that got you here. It's time to check out Dr. Pernell's signature small group retreat, the Exponential Success Summit. Explore exponentialsuccesssummit.com. Seats are extremely limited as this is a very special small group event. www.exponentialsuccesssummit.com.
Living in gratitude is truly amazing. And I really do begin each day with thank you. And what you need to pay attention to is the commercialization of any time a gratitude kind of message comes through, right? That it's like, that's not the right feeling. That's not like what it's about, right? That commercialization actually distances us from the connection that we can have with each other and beyond, right? So just become like, this is your invitation to choose what's in and what's out of your life. This is your invitation to become just a little more conscious about what you can be grateful for. And if you haven't done it in a while, one of my earlier podcasts and blog posts, I challenge you to write down 10 things that you're grateful for, and then another 10, and then another 10, and then another 10. See if you can get to 50. And it could be, wow, I'm grateful for the color of the ink that comes out of this pen. Awesome. Think about that, because somebody made that, right? So if you find yourself in that humbug place because one more person is telling you this is the season to be joyful and grateful and whatever, it is likely that's because you lost a connection for what it means. And just remember that we don't need a month or a day of a year to become grateful. Live your life in gratitude. Wake up every day going, wow, thank you. Start to look for places in your life where you can be just a little more joyful, right? I live my life joyfully dissatisfied. I've shared that before. If you paused my life right now, I would go, I am joyful. I am grateful. I am happy. And because we don't pause our lives, I also go, I am happy and I'm dissatisfied because I know there's more. And I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful for what I'm about to discover. And that is very powerful. So each day is a day full of joy and a day full of gratitude because I do know there's more until I'm done, and I'm not done yet. Now, some days are hard. Yes, so be it. But they don't have to be hard. They also, like sometimes growth just means I'm going through growing pains. Okay. Growth means you're letting go of something lower for something that's greater. Breathe, smile, step in, choose that greatness that's you and yours. So put yourself back in control of your own life, of your calendar, and of the circle of people that you let into both. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear that. Put yourself back in control of your own life, back in control of your calendar and of the circle of people that you let into both. Enjoy gratitude for what you have. There are experiences that you've gotten through. There are experiences that have become fond memories for you. Have gratitude for what you're working on. It sometimes is hard, but sometimes it's just fun being hard. And sometimes it becomes really easy. I did a post before. It's like, it's hard until it's not, because once you get through certain things, it becomes easy. Recognize that you're doing the work to create your future. And you can love what you're doing now, being in gratitude for that. No one can tell you that you must be grateful. Well, they could tell you, but you'd probably respond with a double middle finger salute. So, you don't need to be grateful. I'm just saying, try it on, right? Just open to it. Open up to it. And the things for which you might be grateful may very well be different from anyone else's list. As I said, like the color of the ink in this pen. Awesome. Right? That gives me something to smile about. You could smile about the small stuff and smile about the beauty of the world. Like, I've got flowers that are still blooming outside. It's amazing to me. And I'm one of the weird ones that actually does stop to smell the flowers. I do. That's part of the gratitude. It's like, look at those colors. Look at what they're bringing. So I invite you to go deeper. This is part of a bigger process. And I'll also invite you to go deeper just in terms of you investing in yourself, which is check out my signature small group intensive. It's the Exponential Success Summit. Just check it out, exponentialsuccesssummit.com. It's not right for everyone. It may not be right for you, but if it is right for you, do yourself a favor. Jump in. All right. Welp, there you go. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have a podcast. I'm grateful to have you as a listener, as a viewer, as part of my audience. I'm grateful for the positive comments that you leave. It's awesome. I love hearing from you. So smile a little bit, recognize that there is a lot to be grateful for, and show gratitude in your own way. You don't have to do it anybody else's way. Personally, I wake up annoyingly perky and I say thank you as the first two words out of my mouth. So I'm grateful for you, and I wish you an amazing holiday season. See you here next week. This is One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I'm your host, Dr. P, Dr. Wayne Pernell, the Exponential Success Coach. Stay curious and keep making your magic. We'll see you here next week.